Have I underestimated the Spanish Second Division? Maybe. Have I overestimated my managerial abilities? Most definitely. Hello and welcome back to The Real Deal, I think is how I've said it this time. I'm going to say it differently every single time. Thank you so much for all the support on the video yesterday. I was really a bit nervous actually, thinking how you'll react to the new series. The main thing I want is for you guys to enjoy it, and by looks of things, everyone has really enjoyed it. So thank you very much to everyone who's watched it, liked, commented, everything like that. So thank you. Episode 1's nearly on 1,000 views as I'm recording this, which is pretty cool. It's been under 24 hours and it's already nearly 1,000 views for like a channel of my size and that kind of stuff. That is pretty impressive. So thank you very much. The Real Deal then. How are things going? Well, as you can see from our form, pre-season was really good. Then we lost a couple of games. 2-0. 1-1 draw with Lorca. That wasn't too bad actually. They scored a penalty, so they were sort of lucky to win that game actually, or I say win that game, get a draw in that game. Tochi scored 2 minutes into it. But then we played Tenerife and 3-1 on the scoreline. Doesn't look too bad. It's when you look at the stats, things get a bit bad. 24 shots to our 3 shots. I mean, that was a bad game, definitely. We only lost 1-0 to Royce though, so that wasn't too bad. I mean, the stats once again, they weren't great. 10 shots to 2 shots. We had 1 on target. Only 36% possession. It's not been brilliant, I've got to say, but it's all going to change today against Cadiz and Granada. Cadiz in the Spanish Cup second round, which will be interesting. And then we've got Granada, who are sitting bottom of the table. So the team worse than us still. They haven't got any points yet, I don't think. So we've got 1 at least. So if we don't win that Granada game, then we'll probably get relegated. A quick look at the table then, although it's not really important. We find ourselves in 19th. There's only the 1 point. Lorca, Barcelona B and Granada are the teams below us. Obviously a win, that would shoot us up to mid-table. 2 wins today is not possible in the league because we're only playing 1 league game, 1 cup game, aren't we? So we could go mid-table this episode if we're lucky. Obviously, as you can see, things aren't going great, but I'm trying to rectify that. I've brought in a few more staff members, and I think I've brought in some real English talent to help bolster the ranks. So we've brought in, here we go, Ray Wilkins. So Ray is a coach. We brought him in as a defensive coach mainly. I think that's what we need to work on because we've conceded quite a few goals already. So Ray Wilkins comes in, brings a bit of English grit into the coaching staff there. You know, he's been around a bit. Chelsea, Fulham, Jordan. I didn't know he went to Jordan, but fair play. Villa, and of course now Oviedo. So he's going to bring his English talents of kicking it into Rosed into this Oviedo side. So thank you, Ray. Thank you for coming. Now, I forgot to mention this last episode or in the first 2 episodes, but if you're on the Patreon and you qualify for sponsoring a player, please let me know if you want to sponsor anyone here. Of course, you don't have to, but if you want to sponsor someone, let me know. You can always change it as well, like halfway through the season and things like that if you prefer someone else. So just let me know in the comment section or drop me a message on Discord or Twitter or something like that, and I'll get back to you. If you're not yet involved in the Discord or you want to just check it out, see what it's about, there's a link in the description. There'll probably be something on the screen now that tells you about it as well. So go and have a look at that if you're interested or just want to see what it's all about. Right, so Cadiz in the Spanish Cup second round. We're playing a different formation today. We're going with the 4-4-2 diamond. Now, this is because Salbaron and Puko are both injured on that right-hand side. So we didn't have anyone who could play on the right-hand side of wing. So essentially we had to move away from wingers for a few games. And then we've also got a few players on international duty. Now, I could have moved these games. It was the Royce game and this game. They said, do you want to move it? Because you've got 3 players on international duty. And I was like, nah, we'll be fine. We've got squad rotation. But it turns out we don't have squad rotation because everyone's rubbish, as we've seen from the results so far. So maybe I should have delayed the games, but it doesn't matter too much now. A few players are going to miss us. Mariga, Heedy, Johannesson, who is our right back normally, but he's been injured for a while, and Kutungo, he's also on international duty. So we've had to change things up a little bit, move to this diamond formation for this game, but, you know, it'll work, I think, maybe. Hopefully it will work. So Juan Carlos is in goal for us, the best goalkeeper we've got. Valera is at left back. I don't think I've introduced you to him before. I think we played Mossa last episode, but he's not played too well. So Valera comes in on the left side. 22 years old, Spanish, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. So it could be pretty decent, I've got to say. He's apparently the second best left back we've got, but Mossa I don't think is that great anyway. He's been at Real Hispalis, or that's Real Betis actually, for quite a long time and then moved to us last season. So pretty decent stuff. He's all right. Fernandez and Hernandez still make up that back line, and we did introduce the Valentini last episode as well. He's the best centre-back at the club, but hasn't really played too much. He's playing right back today because we've got no other right backs available to us. No change in the midfield either because we don't have any more midfielders. Flynn, Floch and Rocha make up that central midfield. Although actually I think Rocha is different. I think we played Mariga last time, I think maybe. So Rocha is someone we've not quite been introduced to. 32 years old, Spanish, 3-star current ability, as most players are. He's more of a right winger but can play centrally as well, so that's where he's going to play most of the season, I think, when he does play. Asa Gomez starts in that attacking midfield. He's the youth player that we have. We're sort of relying on him to get good because we did say we want to promote youth players, and he's the only one we've got in the squad at the moment. So if we don't do very well in the season this year, if he does really well, that might save my job. I don't know. Up front then, as a target man, Tocci, he's still there on the grounds that he's like the only decent striker we've got. Of course, we met him last episode though. And Felix as well, he came on as a substitute last episode. Again, I mean, he's not great, but hopefully he'll improve quickly and soon because we need him to, because 1.5-star current ability is not good enough for this level. Right, passionately, it's time to put an end to this poor run of form. And instantly, Fernandez looks switched off. Why would you be switched off by that? Why would you do that? That's... Come on, boys. Right, well, kickoff is upon us. We're at home today. The last 3 games we've played have all been away, and they've all been pretty bad games. So hopefully, playing at home today in front of our own fans, they'll get a kick up the arse, really, and decide to start playing well. We need a win, and it doesn't matter if it's a cup or a league. Anyone will do right now. So Cadiz, hopefully we can just get past them today. That's all I want, just to win. First highlight of the game then, Valentini plays it into Fall In, and a nice little bit of play there from Floch up towards Asa Gomez. He puts a decent ball towards Tocci, although he didn't quite get on the end of it now, and here come Cadiz. Although the ball forward isn't very good and Carlos Hernandez can deal with it. Fernandez, they all seem to like to play their... They all seem to like to have their Christian names as their like commentary names. So like Fernandez there was something else, wasn't he? Like Carlos or something like that. I don't know. The same thing with Juan Carlos. It's like JC Sanchez or something like that. I don't really understand some of these names sometimes. But Gomez has a chance to put a corner in it. It's pretty rubbish. Only gets to the... oh my God, we scored a goal. That is incredible. We've scored a goal. I was about to slate the corner because it only got to the first man and didn't beat him. And then it somehow came back in the area. We scored a goal. Here's Valera with a free kick. Oh my goodness, we've scored 2 goals. This is possibly the greatest moment of my managerial career so far at Oviedo. We've scored a goal. Not just 1 goal, 2 goals in fact. It's even better. It's doubly good. Well, I'm not sure how we scored 2 goals because we've been absolutely woeful in creating chances in the past few games. But I'm not going to complain. It's working. I did check, actually, and there's no prize money in the Spanish Cup until the final, where the winner gets £500,000. So I don't think there's any huge advantage into staying in the Spanish Cup. Like in the FA Cup in England, you get loads of prize money if you get further and further on. So it can be really beneficial if you're like lower down the leagues. However, in this, I don't think it's that beneficial to just keep staying in it unless you actually are probably going to win it and things like that. So, I mean, we'll try and go as far as possible, of course, but I don't think a cup run is my priority this season. I am a little bit concerned though, actually, because I know in the FA Cup in England, or cup games basically, when we were with Lincoln, a lot of the teams just played like reserve players. So maybe Cadiz are doing that, and like we're playing our full strength lineup, and Cadiz are just playing like the under-19 squad or something, and they've nearly scored a goal there as well. But that would be a little bit embarrassing if that actually is the case. Right, early substitution because Felix is looking very tired. He came on the pitch looking quite tired. So Sal Baron can kind of play up front, so he's going to do that. Can he do anything else other than advance forward? Advance forward is fine, I think. We'll leave everyone else on for now for the next 10 minutes or so, I think, though. A lot of comments, actually, from the last videos wanted me to say the real deal, the Real Deal. I feel like people are saying that to make me look like an idiot. And like everyone's just laughing at me doing that. But if it's what you want, maybe we'll use it sometimes. I've still not decided. It's probably going to be interchangeable. I've said this to people in the comment section. Like, I think that the series name is just going to be interchangeable, because it will just come to me in my mind sometimes as the Real Deal or the Real Deal or the Real Deal. Like, it will just change, I think. So I'm sorry, but you'll probably have to get used to it. Right, our fullbacks looking very, very tired, both of them, although I don't think we can really do much about it. So Mossa can come on the left-hand side, but we can't really do much with Valentini because we've got no other right-backs, really. So he's going to have to sort of wait it out a little bit, I'm afraid. Fallin is looking quite tired, though. However, I want to bring on Biliu. Bailu, I mean, he's a new player. I've signed him on a free transfer, 4-star potential, 2-star current ability. He was on trial here for a little bit. Isn't that great, if I'm honest with you. But has good pedigree coming from Monaco, which is pretty cool. As an advanced playmaker, something we didn't have in the squad, so maybe he'll fill a little gap there, and we need a new midfielder as well. So Dylan is just going to be called, I think. I can't pronounce that surname. It's just going to be Dylan. So Dylan comes on the pitch there for Floch, and they are the two substitutes we'll make, and hopefully we'll just see the game out now, 2-0, maybe grab a late one. But as far as things goes right now, a 2-0 win for me is the best possible outcome. Come on, boys. Hold on for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds, and then we'll have won it. We've won a game. We've won a competitive game. Get in there. Oh, I'm actually thrilled with that, because I was getting worried that we weren't going to win anything. Like, it was not looking good for us, especially when we only had like 4 or 5 shots in 2 games or something like that. It wasn't looking good for us. But we've beaten Cadiz. We've won the Spanish Cup second round, and we're going through into the third round, which probably means it's a good thing. It's probably good. Right, the Granada game in a few days' time. Hopefully we can take this momentum and get our first league win of the season as well. I think we'll stay with the same formation, because it worked pretty well in that game, rather than go back to wingers. All the wingers will be fit again and back from international duty. But I want to stick with this formation because it worked very well against Cadiz, so maybe it'll work quite well again. Oh, it's happened! It's happened. Linares, who is the guy that's injured for months and months and months, wanted to sign a new contract for 2 years rather than become a coach when I asked him. He has now decided that he's going to retire on the 11th of September. Although we are paying for a coaching course for him, aren't we, at the moment? Staff attributes. I mean, that is... Although, to be fair, actually, that was his director of football stats. His coaching stats aren't that bad. Maybe we can get him as a fitness coach. That would be alright. I reckon that would be alright, actually. Can we offer him a new contract as a... He wants to be an under-19s coach. That's interesting. He wants a lot of money, though, which is not so interesting. You know what? I'll let him be an under-19s coach if he will take 1.3k and a 40% wage rise next season if we get promoted. It didn't work, did it? Let's also add a clause. Waive the compensation for managerial role. Suggest that. He wants 1.6 now. Oh, please just go down to 1.3. If we lock that in, what will he do? He's walked away. I mean, that could have gone better. Well, thinking of coaches, actually, I know Michu is available. He's an Oviedo hero. Absolute hero, Oviedo. I think he's a club legend, maybe, perhaps. Michu, though, is available, and people in the comment section said, like, can you get Cazorla, Juan Mata, Michu as coaches? So I think that's probably what we should do. Let's approach to sign him as a coach. He wants to be an under-19s coach as well. Can we get him to be a B-team coach? I'm not going to lie here. B-team manager? No, let's get him coaching as a B-team coach. He's got slight interest, although we have to make him up on a part-time contract, apparently. If we just put up to like £400... He wants 1.2k. Okay. I don't know how he's gone from £375 per week to 1.2k. Let's move him back then. Under 19s coach. Full time. He's got his promotion wage rise. Let's get it back to that £375 a week. Remove that. Suggest term. He's happy with that as an under 19s coach. Okay, Michu. I mean, his working with youngsters isn't brilliant, but I'm sure we can improve that at some point. I'm sure we can do that. And Michu has agreed terms on... I don't understand how he went from £375 per week to then, when he wanted to be in the B team, 2.1k per week. And then we're then happy to go back to that for the under-19s. Like, bizarre. Either way, though, he's going to be our coach for the under-19s. So welcome, Michu. Welcome back home. You know, he's one of the original stars of Oviedo. So I'm happy to have him. Right, we're going to stay with the same formation, but we're going to make one change. Diego Johannesson, which is the weirdest Icelandic name ever. Diego, I mean, Johannesson is probably quite a common Icelandic name, but Diego I wouldn't have thought is very Icelandic. But he's in the Icelandic national squad, made 3 caps. I think he might be there for the World Cup in real life, although I don't really keep up with my Icelandic football, so I'm not sure if he is or not, but he probably will be, so fingers crossed. This is the first chance we're going to get to see him play on the grounds that he got injured in the first training session back after the summer break, broke his foot or something, and this is literally the first game we're going to see him playing. So hopefully he'll be good. He could be awful though, so we'll just wait and see. Right, kickoff is upon us here. We're once again at home against Granada. We are the only fixture not to play today. So if we win, we go up to 4 points, which could take us as high as 15th, which, I mean, that's the dizzy height, that is. The dizzy heights of 15th could be ours. Our goal difference is -5, so we do need to score 4 goals for that to happen, or perhaps even more goals than that. Maybe 5 goals actually to get ahead of Barcelona. Depends on how many goals they've scored themselves, of course. But instantly, Juan Carlos injured. I mean, this happens a lot to me now. Why do my goalkeepers always get injured? Why? Fortunately, we do have a goalkeeper on the bench this time. Unlike other times, we've not had goalkeepers on the bench. But Rumbo is going to come on. He's a player that I also brought in. I brought 3 players in. This guy's one of them. Goalkeeper, 2-star current ability, which isn't good enough for this level. But he's got 4-star potential, which means he potentially could be a good player for the First Division, La Liga. But again, like, it's a big step up for him, bless him. And he's been thrown at the deep end in a game here with no match fitness either. So good luck to you, Rumbo. I also think Rumbo is actually like my favourite name of any footballer ever. Like, if there's a good name for a footballer, it's definitely Rumbo. Well, it's been a pretty cagey game so far. 2 shots each in 35 minutes. So it's not been the exciting game that everyone wants to see. Although we just had 2 shots there, looking at our match stats here, but no highlights yet, which means no goals. Oh, it was a highlight right before half-time. Valera's free kick. Just why we saw what he did with free kicks in the last game rather, but unfortunately today couldn't quite put that one on target. But if it was on target, I reckon it could have just beaten the keeper. I mean, if we can't beat Granada, I'm not going to lie to you, I'll be a bit embarrassed, especially as we beat Cadiz in the last game 2-0 and they're second in the table right now, which does make me think they were playing their reserves in that last game, especially as Granada have just gone 1-0 up against us. So I mean, come on, boys. Another highlight now to Granada. Another free kick put in the area. They've still got possession of it. They're still passing it around, and they're still working it around pretty nicely. We can't touch it. They're still coming forward at Granada, although they're just passing it in this triangle right now. But it's working because they're keeping their possession, which is what they need to score goals. Johannesson makes a decent interception there, and Rumbo now with a chance to show some distribution. Has he got any? No is the answer. It went straight to their man, but fortunately, Fullin was there to make the interception. Now we've got a chance to come forward. Valera on the ball now, puts a cross in towards the big man at the back. Tocci, he puts it over the bar though. That's the closest we've come all game. Push forward, boys. Push forward. I think we'll bring Aaron Niguez on as an attacking midfielder just because Gomez is rubbish. He's been woeful so far. It's not been good. I meant to put another midfielder on the bench, but I have forgotten to do that, which is a little bit annoying. I suppose Dylan can come on again instead of Rocha this time. We'll have 2 playmakers on the pitch because why not? We've got nothing to lose. We may as well put 2 playmakers on the pitch, 1 deep line, 1 advanced. That might make a difference. I don't know. But Granada so far this half, they've actually dominated us. Another highlight now for Granada, although Floch makes a decent interception and Tocci can try and hold the play up. We've got players coming forward now. Dylan is through. Don't mess this up. He's gone and scored it. We're back in this game now, 1-0. We've got 10 minutes to find a winner. 10 minutes, boys. Come on, we're up to 20th in the league now, boys. This is nearly an all-time high for us. 19th was the highest. We could go even higher with a win, boys. Come on, find something. All right, we say push forward again. And we're also going to go to overload for these final 5 minutes or so. We've got a free kick. Aaron's free kick. Straight back to it in the area. Dylan back to him. We've gone and scored the winner. Aaron Niguez has just gone and scored potentially the goal that's going to win us our first league game. We've grabbed it from a jaws of defeat. Now quickly let's get down to standard flexible tactics. Can we just, or what can we do? Niguez there, Tocci, he can't even play there, but just go there. Just get men behind the ball now. We don't want to lose this. We've got minutes, seconds to hold on now, and there's a highlight right before the full-time whistle. Tocci into Floch. Just get it in the corner and stay there, please. I'm desperate for this win. Felix on the ball, out to Johannesson. It doesn't matter. The final whistle has gone, and we have finally won a league game. Get in. I would say it's been a poor performance, but it's the first game we've won in the league, so well done, lads. That was a good win for us. We needed that. We need the morale to go up. A lot of people looking complacent, it said there as well, or something like that. But it moves us up to 16th in the table, which is good going, to be fair. And again, another win would move us up to 10th. So we're not actually that far for the playoffs, are we? Juan Carlos then out for 6 to 7 weeks with a specialist with a broken collarbone. Rumbo, we're going to have to be relying on him quite a bit. So hopefully he gets better, and hopefully he gets better soon. And here we go. Linares has retired from football. He's off the wage bill, which is the main thing. Can we offer him a new contract? Yeah, he wants to come back now. He's happy. He's on. I mean, we have just got an under-18s coach instead. Can we make him like an under-18s coaching, under-19s fitness coach? He's no interest in that, apparently. Can we make him a first-team coach? Oviedo fitness coach. He's got no interest in that either. But it does allow him to pay the 1.4k that he wants. We'll take it down to 1.2. Remove that promotion wage rise. He's getting cross again. I mean, he's working with youngsters isn't very good either. But if it's what he wants, he's now wanting that with 1.4k and a top promotion wage rise. Finalise that. Okay, Linares is going to be a coach for us as well. We've already got too many coaches now for the under-19s, so that's not going to be good for the budget, but at least we're looking after our own boys. That's what it is. Right, next episode I think is going to be Huesca and Leonesa. Again, I've probably butchered both of those names, to be fair. You'll tell me in the comment section if I have or not. Those two are going to be next. It gives us a little bit of time in between games, and then after that we've got the huge derby against Sporting Gijón, which is going to be that's a massive game. That is a massive game which we need to win, but current form actually suggests that these last two games we might win it, but form as a whole probably won't win it. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I'll see you next time for some more Real Deal action.